Hi, yogis. Welcome back. So, today we're going to get started with a quick little stretch, nice and easy for the beginner. So, if you want to join me on the mat, today we will not be using any yoga props, but you can always modify and use yoga props in your own practice. But I'm going to be showing practice today without any yoga props. But as I said, anytime you're practicing, you modify any pose or substitute a pose that suits your body. So let's get right started right now. So if you could take a deep breath and close your eyes. And let that breath go. Another deep breath. Hold it and gently let it go. One more deep breath. Hold it and exhale it all out. Now we're going to go ahead and open our eyes. We're going to reach up and press up to the sky. And let your hands slowly rain down. I like to inhale as I raise my hands up. Hold it and then let it out with the slow breath. One more. And this time we're going to twist. Breath out. Back up. Twist. And let that breath out. I'm going to do that one more time. Lift up. Hold it. Let the breath out. And we're going to hold this one and do it one more time on this side. Hold that breath in. And slowly let it out. You might notice that the second breath, you were actually a little deeper into your twist. So now we're going to go back up, hold it, and let that breath out. And we're going to do it one more time. Hold that breath, stretch up, and see if you can go a little deeper in the twist this time, and let that breath out. Good job. So now we're going to do some arm stretches. So this time we're going to cross our right arm in front of our left, and we're going to hold it like this, and you're going to feel that shoulder stretch. And it is so good for you to stretch these shoulders. You do not want to lose your shoulder mobility. I had rotator cuff surgery in 2019, and since then, you'll notice that in all my practices, I am always trying to get us to stretch out the arms, because you will miss those rotator cuffs, and that surgery is a long recovery, and I had to be dependent on my husband. So I'm going to do it one more time, the other side. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. One more. And let it go. All right, now we're going to do some shoulder circles. So you're going to go to your shoulders forward and up towards your ears and back. So you can hold on to your knees if you'd like. Up, around, and back. One more. So this is going to be the third one. And you can work on your breath here as well. Let it out. Fourth one. Let it out. And then the other way around. Okay, one more. Let it out. And the last one. All right. So very good. Now we're going to go ahead and get onto all fours. And I think I want to go this way. It doesn't matter. Whichever way you want to call the top of your mat is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get into child's pose. And if you can't get into child's pose, you can go ahead and go into your cat and cow pose for right now. Remember, the wider you spread your legs, the more comfort you may get. The goal is to have your forehead down on the mat and pressing back. So it's a nice stretch. And you can use blankets and other props and bolsters to get you into the position that works. All right. So now we're going to go on up into our cat and cow. So here we are on our knees. And you want to be hands spread wide whenever you're in a position with your hands on the mat. The wider your hands are, the better your formation will be. All right. And hands up under the shoulders and knees up under the hips. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and arch, blow it out. And that's your cat pose. Okay, and then reach up with lower your stomach in and arch your back. That's your cow pose. Go back to your cat, the arch scary cat. And one more. All right, now go ahead and get your toes up on the mat. And we're going to go and work into our first downward dog. Okay, so go ahead and lift up. And I spread my legs about the width of the mat. You can pedal it out. Your first one's a little tight. Okay. Now we're going to go into our first, we're going to step forward on the mat. You can take as many steps as you need to get towards your hands. And now you're going to sort of squat down and roll up very slowly. All right. Into your first mountain pose. Now we're going to reach our hands up high. And then I'll let it rain down. We're going to fold forward and just ragdoll right here. You can hold your elbows if you feel comfortable. And just hold it. You'll notice you start feeling your hamstrings relaxing in your lower back. It does build heat. And, if you need to prop, you can go into this position. Just hang here for a moment. Okay, very good. Now we're going to reach back up, go back up into mountain pose. And back here. All right, so now I want you to go ahead and put your hands together at the heart and step your right leg back and bring your arms forward. And that's warrior one. And then twist it out. You're going to have your left leg forward. Your right leg is 90 degrees. And now you're in warrior two. Okay, you can do a little bit of a reversed warrior. And then I like to go ahead and fold forward and look up. Now we're going to place the right hand down on the mat. And we're going to go into our plank pose. If you need to go down to knees, you may. Or if you want to just do the plank, you can. And then lower down. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Okay, now we're going to do a baby cobra and release. This time we're going to go on up into a full cobra. And the goal is to eventually get up off the ground. Now we're going back into a downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And one more. And this time we're going to bring our right leg to our right hand. And we're going to come up into our warrior one. And warrior two. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Reverse warrior. And then look up. Going back down. Your hands down and ready to go back into your plank. And if you need to, drop down to your knees. Baby cobra. And let it go. All right. Now, one more big cobra. And we're back down to downward dog. This time we're going to step to a forward fold. Step your way all the way back up to the front of the mat. And just hang there for a moment. And this time come all the way up. Hands together. And then bring them to heart center. Take another deep breath in. And let it go. All right. So I like to face the mirror or the wall or you in the next poses. So we're going to practice our tree poses. If you need to be near a wall or a chair or and tree, you can also do very little tree. That's a tree pose. This is a tree pose. This is, so there's different ways to do a tree pose. So we're going to work on our tree pose on each side. So right now, we're going to lean on our left, put all the weight on the left, and just bring your leg up to where you're comfortable. And that is your tree pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. And if you want to try a little bit higher, you may. And eventually you want to be able to work up. Put your hands up, oops, and try not to fall out of it. One of the things you can do when you're in tree pose is work on your drishti. Your drishti is like finding a spot on the wall and staring off at that in the distance. That's your focal point. And in yoga, we call it your drishti. So we're now working on the right side. And sometimes you'll notice you're a little bit off on one side. As you can see, I'm a little bit off today on this side. All right. You can also hold your hands in mudra positions. Those always seem to help me. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. All right, very good. Now we're going to go into a wide leg triangle pose. So we're going to go into a star first. Make yourself big. Take up all that space. And now slowly use your core and bend forward. Bring your feet down, and you can widen your feet a little bit. And once again, just hang here. Now you're going to have your left hand down on the mat in front of you and reach up with your right arm. And we're going to replace the right hand down on the mat and reach up with your left arm. And just bend just a little bit deeper. Now, just toe in, put your hands on your waist, and gently lift up. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to. And come on up, toe in, heel toe, all the way back. And now we're going to join back onto the mat. And we're going to go into the butterfly pose. So if you can, butterfly pose can be out to here. Just you're wanting to make a triangle with your body here. Your knees can be up if they need to. You could even put support with blankets or bolsters or pillows up on your knees. Or you can bring your feet in further with triangle pose. Our bodies all made different, so your yoga may look different from my yoga, or you know your butterfly may look different from my butterfly, but you are working on the positions for your body. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do windshield wiper, which is going to put all your hip. You're going to keep your body straight, lower your legs to your knees to the left side, and then roll over to the right side. Keep your body straight, roll back, and then you're going to go slowly, like one after the other, and get some hip rotation in there. All right, so we're going to try a core exercise today, and it is called a boat pose. So your first boat might only be this. This is also a boat pose. It might be this. So you're going to find you need to get your sits bones, and then eventually you're going to be able to let go and hold a boat pose. So go ahead and let's try to get into a boat pose. And if you need to hold your knees, you can. All right, very good. That is your boat pose. And now we're going to roll on down to the mat, hug your knees in, and we're going to go ahead and cross the right ankle over your left thigh. And I like to hold behind. You can also hold in front of your knee. And take a deep breath in. And let it go. All right, pull it in just a little bit more. Feel that yummy stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. Now we're going to swap knees. And you can hold from behind, or you can hold in front, whichever feels comfortable to you. And you might feel a difference on each side. This is definitely my tighter side today. I can definitely feel my hips are tight. So take a nice deep breath in and let it go. We're going to go into happy baby. You can wiggle it a little bit if you want. This just always feels so great to my lower back. So now we're going to give your knees a gentle hug. And we're going to release our feet to the ground. And we're going to take a little savasana right here. So if you could, nicely relax on the mat, coming heavy on the mat and just taking a nice slow, deep breath. Hold it. And as you exhale, let all your worries go away. You could place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly. And I would like you to say, I have done something good for my body today. Say that with me. I have done something good for my body today. And today is going to be a great day. I'll take another deep breath. Let it go. And if you could now, roll over to your right side and press your way up. And get into a comfortable position. And put your hands together with me. And thank you for joining me today on the mat and saying namaste. If you could, please like and subscribe to my channel, like the video that you watched, so that way you can be informed when I have more yoga videos coming up or more healthy lifestyle choices and wonderful, wonderful fun things that we do outside. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and sharing your practice. Namaste.